Deep in your skin, a hair grows from a tiny pit, a follicle. Beside it, a gland makes oil to protect your skin. When it's balanced, everything runs smoothly. Acne begins when four things go wrong at once. At puberty, your body makes hormones called androgens. They tell the oil gland one thing: make more oil. So the gland grows bigger and the oil flows faster. That's why acne so often shows up in the teenage years. Now there's more oil. But here's the surprise. More oil alone doesn't cause acne. Scrubbing it off won't fix it. What actually matters is that the oil itself starts to change. The recipe changes too. An oily substance, squalene, builds up. An essential fatty acid, linoleic acid, when runs low. Light and the bacteria living there then spoil the oil, and the pore starts to get irritated. And that spoiled oil does something sneaky. It tells the wall of the pore to grow thicker and pile up, gumming up the only exit, which sets up the next problem. The pore is lined with skin cells that normally flake away. Now they pile up and clog the exit. With the oil, they form a plug, a microcomedone. The first step of acne, still invisible. Here's a surprise. People used to think the redness and swelling came last. We now know the skin is quietly irritated from the very start, before any bump appears. The fire is already smoldering under the surface. The plug goes two ways. Stay closed, it's a whitehead. Open to the air, it darkens into a blackhead. The big myth: a blackhead isn't dirt. It's pigment and oil that darkened when they hit the air. You can't scrub it away. Living on everyone's skin is a normal bacteria called Cutibacterium acne. Usually it's a harmless neighbor. But this clogged airless pore is the perfect hideout, and one aggressive type takes over while the friendly ones fade. This loss of balance has a name: dysbiosis. The bacteria trip sensors on your skin cells, firing off warning signals. Your immune system rushes in like firefighters. The area, already smoldering, now truly catches fire. Pressure keeps building until the wall of the follicle bursts. Oil, dead cells, and bacteria spill out into the surrounding skin where they don't belong, and your immune system swarms in. On the surface, this is when you finally see the bumps. A red one is a papule, one with pus is a pustule, and the deep painful ones are nodules and cysts. Step back for the big picture. It's tempting to see acne as a simple chain of events, but it's really a loop. The irritation makes cells stickier, which worsens the plug. The plug traps more oil, which feeds the bacteria, which causes more irritation, and around it goes. That's why acne can be so stubborn, and why the best treatments tackle several parts of the loop at once. When the damage is deep and lasts a long time, the skin doesn't always heal evenly. Sometimes it rebuilds too much and leaves a raised scar, sometimes too little, leaving a small pit. That's why deep inflamed acne can scar while mild surface acne usually doesn't, and why calming things down early really matters. And the food question. Milk, especially skim milk, and sugary food are both linked to acne, but linked isn't the same as causing. Skin doctors still won't tell you to change your diet, so don't blame the burger. The real story is everything we just walked through.